You know, in the crazy, high stakes world of World Cup qualifiers, an entire country's dream can literally balance on a knife's edge, on one single moment. Today, we're going to dive into one of those moments, a flash of pure brilliance that completely flipped a brutal match on its head. It's a classic question, right? How can 90 minutes of grinding, of strategy, of back and forth action all come down to one split-second play? Well, we're about to look at a perfect example of how that happens. All right, so first, let's get the context. We're talking about the World Cup qualifiers. This isn't just some friendly tournament. It is a long, grueling battle where every single point is absolutely critical. The pressure on these teams, it's just immense. And look, as any real fan will tell you, the qualifiers are a total gauntlet. It's not just about playing well. It's about surviving. In a competitive group, one slip-up, one dropped point can be the difference between packing your bags for the World Cup or watching it from home. And that's the backdrop for the game we're focusing on, a really tough physical match between Portugal and a super determined Hungary team. Nobody thought this was going to be a walk in the park. It was shaping up to be a real fight, with both sides battling for every single inch of the field. And just look at that final score, 3-2. I mean, that tells you everything, doesn't it? This wasn't some comfortable, controlled win. It was a slugfest, a nail-biter that honestly could have gone either way. The tension was just relentless. And that is the whole point. When a game is this tight, this evenly matched, it often comes down to something more than just team strategy. You need a moment of magic. You need one player to do something extraordinary to break that deadlock. So, how exactly do you break a deadlock in a game like that? Well, it almost always comes down to one decisive moment. Let's zero in on the one play that completely swung the momentum of this match. So, picture this. The score is tight, the clock is ticking down, the pressure is just off the charts. Both teams are exhausted, but the game is just hanging there, waiting for someone to be a hero. And then, it's happened. The source puts it so simply, Cristiano Ronaldo goal. Just 3 words. But man, those 3 words tell the entire story. In the middle of all that chaos, one player found that sliver of space, seized the opportunity, and delivered the one moment that decided everything. And the impact of that goal, well, it was immediate and it was absolutely massive. See, it wasn't just another goal to put them ahead. It was the key that unlocked the whole victory. In a qualifying campaign where every single point feels like gold, this one moment of genius made all the difference for Portugal. So, when you boil it all down, the story is crystal clear. You start with a super tight contest where nobody's giving an inch. Then, that tension is just shattered by one decisive goal from a legend of the game. And that, in turn, leads directly to a crucial, hard-fought victory. It's a perfect little drama. And all of this leaves you with a pretty big question, doesn't it? This was one incredible moment, but the road to 2026 is still long. What other game-changing moments are out there just waiting to happen? And who's going to be the next player to step up when it matters the most?